Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your monthly astrological reading for the Scorpios in the month of June. And I've decided to incorporate some playing cards in your reading this month. And so it's sort of my way of connecting with my grandma, my great grandma, because she used to read playing cards and I've really been enjoying using them, playing with them and doing readings with them and so forth. So okay, what I'm also doing as well with the playing cards is I'm gonna use them for a more general reading, which I'm gonna begin with, and then I'm gonna go into like the different sections of your life using the Tarot Illuminati, and I feel like they work really well together. Because I've been doing them with for all the other signs, and I like how the messages kind of are coming together. So your first card is the Seven of Clubs with the Nine of Hearts, with the Seven of Diamonds, and the Four of Diamonds. Now, the first thing when I look at this card, it does make me think of cards. It makes me think of finance. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be coming up for you in a strictly like financial way. Because what I'm kind of seeing is that you have a wish, you have a desire, you have something that you want to fulfill, and you protected it, you secured it, it's like if anyone was opposing you, if anyone didn't agree with it, if whatever, you just were like, this is what I want, this is what I desire, this is what I want for myself. And it's almost like whatever that wish was, it can be fulfilled for you. It came with time, it's coming with time. So if there's something that you waited on and you've been really wanting, the cards are saying that it's coming, and it's like once it comes, it's like you're gonna hoard it, you're gonna want to keep it. That's why when I was looking at these cards, it makes me think of a monetary kind of situation, because what it could be is that you maybe have been waiting on some finances to come through, and that's what you really want to save. I think that your goals for this month when it comes to finances is saving. You want to save money. You don't want money to just be wasted or just going to be, um it might even be a case of other people might be coming to you for money and you're just a bit like, like, no, I need to save this money, I'm sorry, so and so it's kind of saying that maybe that's even what is the wish that becomes fulfilled um is saving, having, or for some of you guys it could be a case of maybe you see your savings go up and you're kind of looking, you're able maybe to look at your bank account and say, yeah, that's the sum of money I wanted to be in that account. So I think for some people it's going to be like that, whereas it also could be showing that for it also can be saying that financial stability takes time, it takes effort, and it takes you investing and putting away money, even gradually. So for some of you guys it can mean that that's what you decide to do this month, or that's what you're thinking about more, or you might even think to yourself, okay, maybe I need to actually put more into my savings each month. Maybe sort of the installments that I put, you might decide, okay, I'm going to put just a bit more just to make it get to where I want it to be quicker. Um, but I see support in these areas, and when I mean support, I don't. It's not support from other people. I think it's just kind of universal support, because again, there is a wish sort of being fulfilled, but it's almost like saying that, it's almost saying don't be selfish. So it's like you have to find the balance. You have to find the balance between getting what you want, but then not hoarding it. Because then it's like we can sort of have this sort of unhealthy attachment to, these kind of material things. Yes, gaining money is important, because obviously you have to survive on money, you have to pay your rent, pay your bills, eat and everything like that, the things that you need to do, you need to pay for the necessities in life, and that is important. But what it's kind of saying as well is be a bit careful about being selfish, because I almost feel like it can be a case of people come to you and you're like, no, and you might have the capacity to help them, but you just won't because you're just really concerned about your own investment and your own pocket at this stage. Um, Again, this is the card that kind of speaks to me of your financial worries, because this is the card that showed up, tarot card, representing you and your finances and your work. And so it's the Nine of Swords. There's worries, concerns, and I think that's why you're really thinking about money and you're really thinking about savings and you're kind of hoarding money, maybe being a bit more stingy because you're maybe scared about the future, scared about future possibilities. The thing about this card is that it may not necessarily mean that the thing that you're frightened of is actually happening right now. It can mean maybe it's just could be something that you think is going to happen or could potentially happen, but you're already scared about it. And so it's almost like you're wanting to save for a rainy day. You may not know whether that rainy day is coming or not, but you're probably thinking, oh, I would feel more secure if at least I knew that I could cover if something happened, if like my partner lost their job or I lose my job, or something is threatened that used to give us stability. Because what it's sort of telling me is that you are afraid of losing that stability. So there's something going on with you that you're thinking to yourself that is causing you grief. Um, and I think for you, Scorpio, it's really important for you to feel that sense of, okay, everything is working out, everything is going fine. Because you're not the kind of sign that you can do well with unexpected situations. I think you're definitely the kind of sign that you fare better when you kind of know what the outcome of things, is gonna be. And because and the thing is about you as well, I think Scorpios are the kind of sign as well that you guys are always very like I think that a lot of the time you are the strength for other people, and because you're used to being the strong one, um you don't do well with being vulnerable at all. That's what it is. You don't do well with being vulnerable. You don't do well having to be in need or feeling like you're in need, or having to depend on somebody else or anything like that. And so because of that reason, because you feel like you always have to be the rock, you always have to be the one that has the stability and can therefore support others, that's why it might be making you a bit more stingy and making you a bit more self-involved, because you're just like, if I can't be the rock myself, like I'm just gonna be stressed, I'm gonna be depressed, I'm gonna be unhappy and all this other stuff, because I need to know how things are gonna be. I need to feel secure. It's really important for me. And because again, this isn't it's something that you can easily deal with emotionally, it can create this, what is going on with this card right here is the fears, is the worry. um the only thing I can say is I get where it's coming from for sure. I can understand that. um but I think that where it's sort of saying that they can be some wishes being fulfilled, I feel like there is going to be support for you. So don't be too, afraid. Don't be too afraid, because I think things can work itself out. It can manage. I don't want to put it out there that everything is going to be cool, because I'm not saying that, because I'm not really feeling that in your cards. Like, I'm not feeling that everything is just dandy. I'm not seeing none of them type of cards, but I am seeing that there is some kind of support that is there. So you're not sort of completely out in the cold, which is good. um when it comes to your relationships, it's the Nine of Pentacles. It's like the fair exchange, the give and take of a relationship being harmonious because of coming together. Again, is it could be, if this was even connected with a financial situation that you might be going through, it might be the two of you really pulling finances together to try and make things work. And I think maybe that's where maybe the support is coming in, that you and your partner, you're in it together. But the good thing is that this is not a card of strife. So it might even be a case of maybe there are some kind of financial concerns, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to affect your relationship. It's like your relationship has the strength to really see through that experience, because it's weird, because usually finances can compromise relationships. It can make it much more difficult. But what I'm kind of seeing here is that I think between the way you feel about one another, your partner can actually be um you and your partner are going to have this not only a support system for one another, but it's almost like showing that you are wealthy in other aspects, if that makes sense. Because we're not just wealthy when it comes to money. We can be wealthy when it comes to our relationships, having great relationships with somebody else. And it's almost like I feel like this is how this card might actually be coming through for you. It might be showing that, okay, yeah, money may not be the best, but you know for sure that you have this solid relationship with somebody else that is gonna survive regardless of what is going on, um materially. Um, but this also is a card that speaks of help and support. So if you're finding it difficult, you're having difficult time, somebody else, it could even be a parent, like it could even be your in-laws or somebody else that actually wants to assist you as well. Like I feel like there's a family connection if you are really needing support. And it's almost like that's when you get the love from everybody else that is sort of surrounding you and giving to you. And I think with that level of support, it just shows you how valuable your relationships are with other people. So relationships don't look too bad. And also for those of you that are single, you have the star. And what the star indicates is another card of wishes that can come true, wishes that you may be wanting to see materialize. So, and that wish can be whatever it is that you personally are wanting. It can be, if it's a relationship, it can be a relationship that's brought into balance, a harmonious relationship that comes together. If it's a case of you just being single, it means that you're healing away maybe emotional issues, personal issues. You're in a space of where you're being very open with other people, and you're open to universal experiences when it comes to love, or maybe even experiencing love in a new way. So that's a really positive message as well. But I really get this sense of healing that is surrounding you. And again, this also is a card of, like I said, that I feel that there's some kind of support out there for you as well. It also can be a card that shows of spiritual support. So it shows that your guides are with you, your angels are guiding you throughout your life, and they're also helping you with healing as well. So that's a really beautiful card. And then when it comes to your spirituality, you have the Prince of Pentacles. I feel like maybe this card is sort of connecting with the message that came through with the star, because it's saying that you're moving towards you're really wanting stability. That's the main message that I'm seeing coming through your cards. But I don't think it's only financial stability that you're wanting to maintain. It seems that even on a spiritual level, you're going through new senses of you're going through changes. You're going through changes. Even your physical body might even be going through changes as well. And it's almost like you want to be stronger. You want to be healthier. You want things in your life to be healthier. I think this is again, it's related to your body, but I think it's also related to your relationships. Because again, I'm sort of seeing healing there as well. And it's like you want things to be stronger, you want them to be better, and within that, I think that's a very that's a very wise pursuit to have, because or to really try to ascertain. Because when we sort of are prepared, well, what's the right word of saying it, if when we're prepared to kind of look at the different aspects of our lives, and when we're trying to solidify them, bond them together, create them, make them more stable, it's I think it's the way for you to feel more secure in life in general, which is going to make you feel emotionally more satisfied. And I think that's what you're really trying to go for. Again, you don't like anything to be unpredictable, unexpected. You don't want to go through any sort of sense of strife. And so because of that, you're really just trying to make everything sort of on an even keel when it comes to relationships being stable, when it comes to money being stable. It's like everything you want it to be tangible. And I think that's good, because then there is no gray area, and you don't want doubt or uncertainty. You want things to be really clear cut and down the line. And so I think that's really what you're trying to move towards in June. Again, it's a work in progress. So this isn't an overnight transformation kind of card. It's sort of saying that this is what you're trying to go for, and it's a gradual, step by step kind of thing. But it's definitely leading somewhere, which is good. So yes, that's your spiritual card, Scorpio. Peace and blessings to every single one of you. Bye.